Why did I even waste 10 hours on this?
Hi debaters, I'm your host Rachit, and in this episode we will look at the overview of the WUDC session happening next Thursday. I would also like to let the debaters who are not in the WUDC sector know that you are also welcome to learn more in this video. I would also like to give a heads up to all the debaters that you need to fill out the feedback form that was given to you through the Gmail group. The deadline is 20th November. Okay, enough talk. Let's dive in. Last Thursday, we had a monthly debate competition, and I think I speak on behalf of all the mentors. You guys did well for your first try. Congratulations to all the winners, and we hope to conduct more of these fruitful competitions. Now, let us look at some new concepts that we can review in the next session. As mentioned in the last radio episode, the next concepts that you will need to learn are to become the best diplomatic group in the entire championship. Now, the techniques are point of information, point of clarification, point of order, extension, and knifing. A point of information is a question or inquiry posed by the opposing team to the speaker. To make a POI, you must understand the debater's point, find a way to break their argument, and pose that as a question no longer than 15 seconds. So, for example, the statement that the Prime Minister posed last time goes as follows.
So you're boycotting education?
The point made does not make any sense. Hence, it is very easy to break it. One POI that can be made against this is: a point of order is the point made by a debater when the speaker makes a logical or factual fallacy. So, let us take a sample point and then a POO for that. Also, we can stick with the same motion we used last time. Let's say the Deputy Prime Minister says this in the middle of his speech.
STEM education should be implemented by all countries, whether they like it or not.
The POO that can be made for this specific statement is: an extension is made by the closing side of the debate. They would take the arguments made by their opening side and they would form new arguments. This is not applicable to the last speakers of each side. They will just summarize. Let us say that the opening side of the opposition made points about the movie industry and art museums. The member of opposition can make an extension on this and say the following statements.
The opposition has mentioned multiple times that there are more jobs and ways to make income than jobs related to STEM. When you say points like STEM is more important than any other stream, it just sounds so impractical and illogical. As the opening half has mentioned, the film industry makes crores worth of money every movie, and artists who make music earns billions of dollars for songs and concerts. They did not learn STEM. It's not just about the money, it's about the economy. There won't be enough room for jobs only in the STEM industry. Therefore, the opposition on these pointers is proud to oppose.
We also have a point of clarification, which is asked if they missed any pointers that the speaker had made. All we have left is probably the most diabolical technique of all: knifing. Knifing refers to a specific critical error where a team makes an argument that directly contradicts or refutes a substantive argument previously made by the other team on their own side of the house. This is the riskiest move in the whole game. This is not recommended for the faint of heart. This can be made only by the closing half of the side. This is a move that can potentially destroy the whole side's ideologies, but if used correctly, can make the closing half the winning team in the whole debate. You are awarded points for the correct implementation of knifing. Make a mistake and the other team makes a POO, the whole side is destroyed. Let us assume the opening government makes this statement.
STEM should be inculcated the most in all educational institutions in all countries. It should be compulsory and cannot be neglected as we need the economy to improve.
The member of government can make a risky move by saying,
The government rectifies its point of forceful implementation. Instead, we should promote STEM education the most and have other streams also, but this stream should get the most benefits. I hope the opposition can understand the simple ignorance shown by the opening government.
Now that you're familiar with these techniques, we will practice this further in the next session. I hope you liked this episode, and if you did, like and subscribe to Professor Nightlight. Professor over and out.